All right, people, we're back. This is Brian from LegalElbow.com.
And this is Dan from MMA Aftermath on Twitter.
Yeah, to kick it off, man, we're just going to run down this past weekend, what's gone on. The weekend of May 31st, that's the best way we could describe it, because it was the night of two cards, you know what I mean? So
two fucking cards that I would doubt that anybody fucking sat and watched the whole fucking thing on a Saturday. You know, really, I think it was a bad idea all the way around. You know, after that, you know, I don't know, maybe a little overkill is what I'm saying.
Yeah, unless you're a huge Tough fan, which, you know, whatever. Dana is up and down all over the place saying how great a ratings they get, but whatever. Maybe they get that greater ratings over in Brazil, but I guarantee you the ratings aren't that great over here. They can't be that great over here. So
and on I could see it in the wintertime before anything than in the summertime when people are mostly outside, either doing yard work or having just, you know, doing barbecuing and shit outside. You know, it's like you started at 3 p.m. 3 fucking p.m. No, I'm DVRing that shit, and I'm going to be watching it later. And even the main event, you know, for us personally, it would be great, you know, because it's two heavyweights. Wasn't the fucking main event and the Stipe Miocic one?
Yeah, for the Brazil.
Yeah, that
Brazil
was more
street.
of our time frame, you know. That was more of you know, starting around 7 or 8 like that. That card. But the earlier one in Germany was, you know, I'm already out doing shit, man. I'm working. You know, some people are fucking barbecuing, taking care of their lawn. They're not going to stop at 3 o'clock and watch some fucking fight. They're going to fucking DVR it 9 times out of 10.
Right.
So I just thought it was a little overkill, and a lot of people were saying it was just drawn out, dude. The whole fucking thing was just a drawn out event, and for me, there was a shitload of no-namers, dude. You know, maybe I just don't know them, but, you know, you got a few here and there, like a Maya, Tiago, a fucking, you know, or a Alves. After that, you're just drawing straws, man. You're just fucking picking names out of a bag because I don't know them.
No, right, yeah, unless you're a diehard fan of the show. You're not going to know them, and I honestly, I didn't even get to the Miocic-Maldonado fight. I didn't even get to it because I'm like, okay, I've been bored to death with a lot of these. You know, no dissing on Damian Maia, respected fighter, but, you know, he fought a guy we don't know a shit ton about. You know what I mean? There's a couple. Rodrigo Dam lost. You know what I mean? That's one guy that I know some about. Yeah, Paul Tiago lost his ass in a decision, but there's a couple other decent fights in there, but I had to sit through all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much out of it here. Because I was up at a decent time Saturday.
Saturday, you're going to have a couple brews or some drinks and some libations. Yeah. You know, it comes around to late at fucking night, and you're trying to hang on for dear life with one eye open, waiting for the main event.
Right. Because a lot of it I sat through from, you know, 3 o'clock all the way till, you know, a lot of that I sat through, and by the time I got to, you know, I think it was maybe, I don't even know if I made it, the Damian Maia fight, I think I started watching that, and I'm like, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm out, man, I'm done. And I end up passing out, but I'm kind of glad because the Miocic fight, with 35 seconds? It's like, I'm glad I didn't stay up for that. I've been pissed.
It was a fucking dominating performance, dude, and Stipe just, you know, compared to some of the other fucking heavyweights, he's probably, you know, a little smaller, but compared to fucking Maldonado, dude, he was a fucking beast, dude.
Yeah, it was like Tito and fucking Shlemenko.
Yeah, it was like props to fucking Maldonado for coming up a weight class or whatever, dude, but get back down there, bro. I know this your walking around weight, but it ain't your fucking fighting weight. No. You got clocked, you got dropped, you got fucked up, and you know, it was easy. That's what I called it, and fucking that's what my girl called it. You called it easy money. That was a fucking easy money fight right there.
You know what the funniest thing about it, man, is Stipe Miocic fucking called it. He's like, I'm going to be the first guy to knock out Fabio Maldonado. And you know what? Stipe Miocic is not even known for being a knockout striker. and he knocked out Fabio Maldonado. You know what I mean? So, I mean, which is not an amazing feat
in his fucking home country.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean,
because
guys,
we're going over to fucking Brazil every fucking 2 weeks now. So
right. I mean, Stipe, you know, he's probably working on his power because he's getting in there with dudes that are you know, a JDS. You got to work on your power, dude, because you want to move that guy around. So I mean, you know, the guy has power. I don't want people to misunderstand this. The guy has power, and he's a good power striker. But he, you know, in my opinion, he's more of a decorated boxer. You know what I mean? The science of the game. You know, stick and move. You know what I mean?
We have to also remember that some of the people that he was trying to knock out had way more of a chin than Fabio Maldonado could ever dream of having, like a country Nelson. You know, took a fucking severe beating, bro.
Right.
Half the guys in this organization would have went down, dude, after the fucking beating that he put on fucking Nelson, bro.
Well, he was on his bicycle that fight though, because he didn't want to stand in front of Roy either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was on his bicycle moving around a lot. So
he was fucking tagging him. You know, he was doing the jab thing. So
from those angles though, moving around like that and different angles and shit like that, it's hard to really get power because you're off. It's almost like you're off balance. But
he frustrated fucking Nelson for sure in that fight.
Fucking smashed Nelson.
Yeah,
and just for five, you know, for whatever, the whole night.
He's gonna the way to beat fucking a Stipe, dude. And if he's going against a JDS, which this is almost looking like a collision course, you know, because Fabio was just a filler, man, because of the injury. And the collision course looks like JDS coming in with a little ring rust and off a couple fucking bad fucking losses, you know, against Kane. He better watch his ass, man. Stipe is fucking an up-and-comer that is... I wouldn't fuck... Right now, I got Stipe, bro. To tell you the truth, I love JDS, but JDS has been in some fucking wars and got his fucking bell rung and got his fucking face mangled. And Stipe is a patient fighter, and he doesn't look like he overcommits a lot. So, right now, I got Stipe, bro. If I'm going to pick right now, I got Stipe.
I would think right now Stipe is probably one of the smartest when it comes to, you know, stand-up striking. He's one of the smartest dudes there is. His Golden Glove championship that he's got under his belt is probably one of the coolest things he could have coming in here in a striker's game because he knows when to back off, okay, you know, and he knows when to pile it on. You know what I mean? He's great with that. So if he can, you know, add to his wrestling game, you know, submission defense, shit like, I mean, he's going to be so well-rounded, it's going to be sick. So if and on the other side, if they were to fight, you know what I mean, I don't know if that fight's just completely, you know, is maybe on hold or, you know, if that fight is going to happen or what, or, you know, whether it doesn't happen, who knows. But, JDS, you know, saying that he's going to different training camps, you know, he could be searching for a different game. And I think that is best for him right now. We could see a totally different JDS, or we could see the same JDS that wants to improve his striking. It's like, dude, you don't need to improve your striking. I mean, you know, it's kind of shit we've talked about before, but it's like, if this guy wants to improve his wrestling, improve his takedown defense, improve his submission defense, you know, and improve overall submissions as well. That's what's going to work for JDS. JDS doesn't need to improve his striking. It's already there. You know what I mean? He needs to improve on everything else. And if he doesn't, then I think you're right on par, man. I think Stipe Miocic is going to know when to stay away from him. Going to pick his shots, find a rhythm, you know, and he'll find it. He'll know when to get in there and when to get out, you know, and change levels, you know, and shit like that, you know, and because, I mean, really, he's got a full library of tape of 2 solid fights of how to fuck JDS up. You know, work on your wrestling game, and box his ears in and take him down. You know what I mean? Even if you got to but take him down and then get right back up. You got to keep him confused. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my take on it. Kane Kane solved JDS, in my opinion. And that's, to me, it's like, I still think Kane, when Kane loses, Kane's going to get knocked the fuck out. That's what I think. When he does eventually lose, it's not going to be submission. It's not going to be this. It's going to be by a straight knockout loss. Somebody's going to get in there, know how to get inside, and bust his chin. You know, that's just me. But I mean, that I give all the respect to Kane, man. He's a solid champion, and he solved the riddle of JDS for sure. And Stipe's got plenty of video to watch for it. But yeah, man, if you want to add to that, man, if not, man, move on, bro.
No, I just think right now Stipe is just fucking. You know, I heard, oh yeah, he's in the top 10 or whatever now or whatever. No, he's a fucking contender now, dude. You know, he had to fight. You know, it's great that Fabio stepped in, but this wasn't even a fight, dude. This was a payday. This was a fucking easy money, bro. The hardest part was the fucking flight down there. Really, it was. It just seems to me. Right. It seems to me it's just filler. You know, it's good to get in there, fucking, you know, get in the ring, whatever. Speak your piece, but I hope hopefully this fall or winter, JDS gets healthy and we could see a Stipe versus JDS, or maybe even a Stipe versus fucking Stefan Struve fucking rematch. You know, because that's his only blemish is between fucking Struve, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say Struve is probably...
Struve's already been announced, I think, with another fight, though, you know.
No, I'm pretty sure you're right. And yeah. I can't think of it. I can't think of it for the life of me, but it's weird how they did this, because Stipe Miocic, on my list anyway, he was lower than a Stefan Struve, I think. I'd have to go and look. But they were throwing him a bone, giving him a JDS because he's so impressive right now.
Mm-hmm.
So when they go, you know, if they were to give him a Struve, it'd almost be a step backwards, but at the same time, not really. I mean...
Well, it's almost like a vindication match, is what I'm saying. You know, it's like... Right. It's beating the guy that you only have your only blemish on your record from, you know.
And no, I'm wrong, too. I got Stipe at number 9 right now, which he hasn't moved since his last fight. Which he hasn't moved, because I haven't changed this since this past weekend. I haven't done anything with it since the last, probably over a week ago. You know, I'm talking about my top 20 in case everybody's wondering. But I have Stipe at number 9 and Stefan Struve at number 11. And pretty much what he stands at is 4-1 in his last 5 fights, and he needs a fight soon.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
well, you can't be changing them all the time. You got to wait till the dust settles sometimes to be.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
To be changing it all up, especially after the Stipe fucking matchup.
Yeah, Stipe fought, and I haven't changed anything yet. You know, so it still says right now, Stipe Miocic 4-1 in his last 5 needs to beat JDS. So it's been a while since I've messed with that. You know, close to passing Silva at this point. You know, Antonio Silva's just above him, but Antonio Silva is looking to fall here quick. If he loses another fight, it's like holy shit.
Oh yeah,
you'd be plummeting.
He's calling out fucking Josh Barnett, and I think that was the wrong guy to call out.
I think that's weak.
He's going to fucking ground you, and he's going to fucking pound you, and he's going to fucking split your shit open. Because fucking Barnett's looking to get back in fucking standings here.
It's cool, though. It's like, for Josh Barnett to be like, okay, cool, man, I loved it. This is great. It's a great matchup for Barnett, man. Yeah, it's a notch in the belt, you know. Barnett's in a better standing than Silva is, so it's like, fuck, Barnett. Yeah, it's, not to totally discredit Silva, Antonio Silva, but for Barnett, it should be, like you guys said about the past weekend, it should be a fairly good payday. If Barnett plays his cards right, I think we both know Barnett could beat a Silva if he stays on his game plan and not deviates. You know.
Yeah, I mean? Barnett's not one to fucking get into a fucking striking match. You know, he's gonna try to, and we might see the fucking old Wallenstall for most of the fight. You know, not being able to get each other down and just sitting there fucking wall installing. We've seen that a lot, so hopefully not.
Nope.
But anyway, fucking Gegard Mousasi, bro.
Hell yeah.
Gegard Mousasi.
Talk about
you were saying it, and you were like, dude, Gegard Mousasi, this is a must fucking win, dude. This is basically a must win for him. For the simple fact is, he's coming off of a loss against Machida, and the couple fights before that, Latifi, it's nothing to really, say, hey, write home about, really. So it's like, he needed this. He needed to be fucking back on track and back in the fucking top 10 and waiting to fucking, for his next opponent, which it could be a number of people.
Yeah, and Munoz was number 7, I believe, and Gegard Mousasi is number 11. So, that should, in my opinion, that should at least bring Gegard Mousasi up to,
Well, they got him ranked at number 7 right now.
Okay, so they just...
And we got Mark Munoz at 9, which Mark Munoz, he got fucking... The Filipino wrecking ball or whatever, he got wrecked.
Yeah,
dude.
the wrecking machine got wrecked, dude.
He got fucking manhandled.
It was not even a contest, man.
No.
Talk about total domination. And, dude, Mark Munoz is known for his wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Gegard Mousasi says he should improve his wrestling.
Yeah.
How bad did he fucking beat him in his own game?
Dude, I would love Gegard Mousasi to fucking fight King Mo again because he would kick his fucking ass, dude. He is so much better on the ground than we've seen him with King Mo, dude. He's not even letting it get there, dude. Yeah. He's not even going to let it get that far.
I think
all this other shit, dude. He was there, man. He was the one that was fucking in the advantageous positions. He was the one that had his fucking weight distribution against Munoz when it should have been the other way around. He was the one that made Munoz even look like he was in a smaller weight class almost, dude.
Yeah.
He was all over him, dude. He had power, he had speed, he had technique, man. Fucking Mousasi, bro.
He knew exactly how to use his weight, just like you said, with the positioning and everything. He knew exactly how to use his weight at exactly the right moment, and it was perfect, man. I mean, and that's what you get when you get a ready, well-trained, clear head, Gegard Mousasi. You get a fucking flawless performance like that. Yep. We've seen that in the past, and it's like, I think there was a period of time where he was a little bit foggy. When you get into fights like we talked about with the King Mo fight, it's certain like the Jardine fight. Everybody has a bad night, but I think for a little while there he was in a fog because, and those were Strikeforce days.
And you can't let these guys grind him out like a Jardine or a fucking Mo, man. He's got to have the advantageous position, or he's got to be up striking. He's got to stay away from all that rugging and hugging and just do his thing, kind of like he just kept Mark Munoz off of him, away from him, and did not let Mark Munoz do what we all knew. Right off the bat, Mark Munoz was trying to take him down, bro. We knew that Mark Munoz did not want anything to do with that goddamn striking fucking situation, dude. And you know what? Before you get into it, I just wanted to say fucking, just like they said, Gegard Mousasi lost against fucking the Dragon Machida, but he did take him to decision, dude, so.
True. Yeah, no, and props to him. You know what I mean? Because that just proves he's got a good chin. Because he was, we know he was probably taking a few shots here and there. Probably not a lot. Because he's whether it's a bad night for him or a good night for him, the guy's got head movement. He knows what to, you know what I mean. He's
not many people could stand up after a fucking kick to the chin from Mousasi or from fucking Machida.
Damn straight, man. Damn straight. One thing that Mark Munoz said before coming into this fight, and I got to give him a lot of respect because he knew what to expect. The guy was really smart about coming in here, but he just couldn't implement his game. Mark Munoz said, coming into this fight, he said, damn well I don't want to strike with this guy. So obviously my game plan is to take him down. And I was like, wow, that's fucking cool. Maybe he was looking to say that to, give the impression that, oh, okay, yeah, you're going to expect a takedown, then I'm going to strike with you, and try to fool you and knock you out or something like that. hoping he can do that. But I think he was true to heart saying that, and realizing that he couldn't capitalize.
And Gegard, the way he was standing, he was almost crouched down more, or just almost, he was crouched forward and down, almost like he was ready to block any fucking takedown that was coming in, dude.
Yeah, and that's the way he looks everywhere, though. I noticed that. It's like he looked that way in the Latifi fight.
Yeah, he's dropping down and he's fucking waiting for the fucking the shoot in, dude.
Yeah,
and he's going to counter it. He's going to sprawl just like he did, and
blast away, man.
You fucking or take the wrestlers back, bro. Fuck.
It was, dude.
Sick.
I can't even say it enough, man. It was. I could not be happier, man. I mean, I'm sure I'd love to see him knock somebody out, but it's like, man, the way he did it, he barely had to do anything to Mark. I mean, they said, and I think it was in the middle of the fight, they're like, he is making Mark pay for every mistake that he's making. You know what I mean? He is just completely capitalizing on everything that Mark is doing wrong, and it's just pushing the head down. You know what I mean? When Mark goes for the takedown, he sprawls, and then he's got his his hand on the back of Mark's neck, pushing his head down, controlling where he is, and then blasting shots. It's just.
And they're not flailing shots. The thing about Mousasi is everything's so fucking calculated.
Yeah.
And he's almost like a fucking Machida, man. They don't waste fucking movement hardly, man. These kind of fighters are just fucking awesome to watch, dude. There's a bright future for Mousasi, who's only, fucking 26, 28 years old.
28 years old, yeah.
And his whole fucking career. And he says, oh, yeah. And he, like you said in the post-fight, I want to learn more fucking wrestling, bro. Wrestling.
Right. He just dominated a guy that his base is wrestling. He just dominated a guy that is a good striker. A good solid striker, but he's known for his wrestling. And he just dominated the dude, but he still thinks he needs to, better his wrestling. So, I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, this guy's obviously still wanting to hone his craft, but it's like, man, you just...
He didn't let Munoz do anything on the ground, bro, even when they were there. It was just like, Mousasi just had every fucking answer for everything, dude.
Yeah.
He's that good. Right now, he's next level, bro. I keep saying it, next level. There's only a few fighters that are, and Mousasi is one of them. Steadfast.
God beer.